Hi, I'm Brad, one of the reptile specialists here at Pisces Pet Emporium. We asked you questions and we heard you loud and clear, and in this video, I'll be going over all the answers. All right, so question number one that I was asked is, do we breed our crested geckos in-house or local suppliers? We do lots of in-store breeding, but sadly not any cresties yet. That being said, most of our cresties come from employees and locals around. So if you have any sort of reptiles that you are breeding, get in contact with our reptile manager, as we're always getting locals. So the next question I was asked was, a snake or a lizard? Well, if you're going to be talking to me, I'm always going to be saying a snake, but that's just me. That being said, bearded dragons are one of the best pet reptiles. Bearded dragons are one of the most docile and most handleable pet reptiles. One of the ways that I like to explain it to people is, you can grab them, place them right on your shirt. He'll hang out with you for the majority of the day. He'll climb right up to about your neck or your shoulder, and he'll hang out there. What's really cool about these guys is that the adults will really only eat salad. So their diet is quite easy to hit. Crickets and salad. That's not too hard. The next question that I was asked is actually a question I'm asked almost every single day at work, and that is, what is the best pet reptile for a starter? Well, there's lots of different answers, but I always like to give the corn snake as my answer. The reason I always recommend a corn snake is corn snakes, in my personal opinion, are the best beginner reptile for the sole reason that they are very good at eating. You'll never really have to run into issues with feeding them. Sometimes with specifically ball pythons, they are notoriously picky, as well as some other lizards will sometimes go off of food during the winter months for brumation. Corn snakes will do this too, but only if you lower their temperatures. While in the home, we don't really need to do that. So feeding them a frozen thawed mouse once a week, cleaning their tank whenever you see poop, just taking it out with some paper towel with some surrounding substrate there. And then I also recommend about a full tank breakdown about once a month, where you get rid of all of your substrate, replace it with brand new stuff. Then wiping it down with the Zoo Med Wipeout, and then doing a light rinse. That is the best way to clean your terrarium and to make sure that your pet stays happy and healthy. Some other ones that I also really like are going to be leopard geckos, bearded dragons that I spoke about before, as well as personally, I always personally like to recommend the ball python as well, but we went over their eating habits before. So take this information with what you will, but I always recommend the corn snake for the best beginner reptile. Well, everybody here knows me as the snake guy, so I was asked, what is my favorite ball python morph? You just opened up a whole can of worms with this question. My personal favorite is going to be the Orange Dream ball python. Anything with the Orange Dream gene is going to be hands down one of my favorites. In particular, I really like the Orange Dream Batman, which is Leopard Spot-Nosed Clown Orange Dream. I also really like Orange Dream Pieds and Super Orange Dreams. Super Orange Dream is where you breed an Orange Dream to an Orange Dream, and they get a dominant trait where it passes on to every single baby no matter what when you breed them, but it also shows an intense high orange color, and hands down one of my personal favorites. Some other really close runners-ups are definitely going to be anything banana clown comboed and definitely anything butter clown comboed. But all in all, it's definitely the Orange Dream, and it's what I have most in my collection at home. The next question I was asked was, do we carry any blue-tongued skinks? The answer is absolutely, and these guys are actually my favorite lizard. This is a Halmahera blue-tongued skink, but we also normally carry Indonesians and Northerns as well. They have some beautiful colorations on them. I always try to explain them as a snake with legs because they're a burrowing species that has a very long, streamlined body. The other reason I really like these guys is because their diet is really fun to play around with. They eat a lot of different dog foods, they eat salads, and they also eat a lot of different insects as well. My personal favorite thing to feed them is I really like the hornworms because they grab them and shake them around like a dog. It's really cute. If you really want a cool pet lizard, look into blue-tongued skinks. Now, my last question of the video was, what is the most dangerous reptile that Pisces sells? The way that we're going to talk about this today is I don't believe there really is any dangerous reptiles that we sell. We do sometimes sell some defensive ones, such as emerald tree boas and some centipedes, but for the most part, those are going to be reserved for our more advanced keepers. What I like to say is anything with a mouth can and will bite if provoked, so if you treat him with respect, he'll treat you with respect. hey, I have a mouth, I can bite you if I wanted to, but you're treating me with respect. Same thing with your animals. So as long as you can treat your animals with respect and there is a mutual understanding and trust between you and your animal, there really truly isn't any dangerous reptiles that we sell here at Pisces. All right, everybody, thank you for listening to my spiel here and me answering all of your questions. If there's any more questions that any of you have, I want you to come on in. My name is Brad. We also have our reptile manager, Kyle, that you can speak to, as well as a lot of other reptile employees here. We will always be able to answer your questions here in person at Pisces Pet Emporium. So just come on in and say hi.